Superior round 4. I reckon it'll happen in the first 3 if it's going to be a flat line. Thank you very much for the 50 Australian dollars, Joe Rogan. I appreciate that. That's a lot of money, dude. Thank you for calling me fat. I need that right now. I need to keep the hustle up. You're so jacked for 70 kg for 12 this week. I'm working up my conditioning of my muscles first, and then I'm going to start going heavy. Rose benches pussy. Yeah, I know. I don't 1 rep max or go hard for like heavyweight. Like I just get the reps in and make sure I've got conditioning on my muscles so I don't gas them before I actually get a good workout from them. So that's what I've been doing for the early stages. I think it's like 76 kg, something like that, seeing as I just added 6. Buff Guru flatlines Aspinall in seconds. Nah, you'll destroy me. Saves your joints. Yeah, I know. Yeah, over time, I'm just going to keep upping it. Like next week, I'll chuck on another 6, or week after, I'll chuck on another 6. Do I watch you or study for my accounting test? You should study for your accounting test. It would be good to have a job in accountancy. There's a lot of people trying to be entrepreneurs in the future generation. You need to win that shit. In fact, I'll time you out so you commit to it. There you go. Thank you for the $5. You think Zabit would have done better and had better cardio at lightweight? Thoughts on his little brother at Bellator? Zabit Magomed Sharipov, yeah, he's got a little brother's Sharipov. Better cardio at lightweight. I mean, he couldn't establish control over anyone at featherweight. He didn't have any level of power whatsoever at featherweight. His cardio may have been improved, but like he would just be a walk-throughable bitch with no power, no finishing ability, and some guy who nearly got fucking fraud checked by Kyle Bochniak. So it's sick of hearing about him. He's not the biggest what if in MMA. I don't know why people keep saying that shit and have been for years. Thank you for the $2. TRT Vitor versus DDP. TRT Vitor. No, DDP would win that, I reckon. Ariel's a snake. Dude, he's trying to extend the olive branch. No. You have to tell Ariel no sometimes. I feel like Cat Williams right now. Sometimes you just got to tell Ariel no. Thank you for the 28 Canadian dollars. Shotgun Savior always giving a chunk of that Canadian dosh. A good old based Canadian. One of many, one of few that are left up there in the north of the US. Since kids are not off limits, do an impression of Ian and Layla's kid when he asks what the chair that he... No, because that's a sexual innuendo, so no. Thank you for the $5. I'm not doing an impression of involving a child in like a sexual encounter or a situation that would revolve around some kind of fetish. So no. Thank you for the 5, though. That's the limit. Dude, I didn't even go at his kids. I just did an impression of like the dynamic. You know, that's not weird in any way. I don't know why that was seen as so bad. I don't know. Who cares if your Jon Jones Exodia card is too OP? I know. I'm going to keep doing it. Chat, I was speaking to a sponsor earlier today for a while. I think I'm going to get a sponsor. I'm gone with a trustworthy one. That's not any kind of control over the... I think I'm going to go with a trustworthy one, but I'm still negotiating with him. So I don't want to commit to it yet. But no, you say sell out all you want. There's no control for them. It'll be on specific videos. I won't have to do anything on the streams. They won't be overtaking the channel in any way. It's on my conditions. They are very nice to come down to my conditions on it. So I won't be having to spam my Instagram. I think they want 1 Twitter post or something like that. And the guy, and let me just tell you why I love this as potentially a sponsor, depending on how the negotiations go moving forward. We were talking about why Lucas Tracy retired in the middle of the meeting. So that's why I like this. I've been speaking to a lot of sponsors, and some of them are offering some like weird money. And it's like, but we've got to have this on your live streams and you got to mention us every 10 minutes. And I'm just like, you know, this is weird. You know what I mean? And then it's like this much, and then they want this post, and you got to put us on your IG every week. And it's interesting. But this one's very accommodating, and he's one of the boys, it feels like. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm being vermoosed, but we were talking about Lucas Tracy's retirement in the sponsor meeting. So I think it's going to be good. No, it's an MMA related sponsor. Something that will benefit you guys. It's nothing just completely irrelevant. But I hope. I'm not sure yet. I'm still waiting to hear back, and then we're going into like a second negotiation for it. Thank you for the $10. Hey, racist. All right. Thank you for the $10, dude. Sup, Fats? Any new beefs? Waiting on Connor to snap? Dude, one day Connor's going to go at me. I don't know. We'll keep the D-Devlin impressions going. He might switch on. Who knows, dude? I can't make jokes, can I? Because that's just reprehensible behavior in today's modern world. That's what Twitter needs to be all up in arms about. Thank you for the 80 pence. Hey, racist, thank you for the $10. I'm not. Well, I'm just logical and sensible, and any direct correlation between the two things is up to you for deciding. People don't care what you do, they care what you do to them. Such a good vid the other day. Thank you very much for the 10 months of membership. Thank you for the $5, Young Smooth. I appreciate the $5, dude. Can I have $10? No. Thank you for the 14. I don't know how to give you $10. Thank you for the 14 Canadian dollars, Marinara Connoisseur. I'm assuming that's going to say. Thank you for the 14 Canadian, another based Canadian. They're uniting in my chat. The comeback is real. Even if it never happens, it'd be sick to see you go on Ariel and confront him. Now he finally gives you attention. He'd probably crumble and end it. Yeah. I mean, if I did go on Ariel, it would be to like get his answers on some of the things that he did. Like I'd literally have all of the thumbnails of my videos I made on him, and I'd be hitting him with every one. Like, why this? Why that? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Good shit standing on business against slave master. All right. Thank you for the $5. Slave master Mike. Budgie, thank you for the $2. Sounds fishy. I know. It won't be anything like that. There's like common people in the mix. Like, I know it is good. This is a more personal one rather than like an enterprise encroaching on my channel. It seems like a more good one for me. Anyway, I like this one. So I think I've made my decision, but I'm still unsure. I still want to get what I'm worth, you know. That's the next mission. MMA betting banned overnight in South Australia. God damn. Thank you for the $2 Australian. Australia is so unbased. But yeah, this is how it starts. No, it isn't, dude. Shut up. You're at a pre-fight press conference. You get to the fan mic. What's your question to Dana White? What's my question to Dana White? Hey, Dana, does Jon Jones have a video of you getting pegged? Thank you for the $5. That'll probably be my first question. And then if he gives me a second chance, I'll probably ask him, how does Jon Jones's glizzy taste or something? Rumblings of the orders. Do you think that testing positive for PEDs and lying about this would be actually my question? What do you have to say about the fact that you and Jeff Nowitzki stood up on stage and said that Turinabol could pulse and it was pulsing Turinabol in Jon Jones's system, despite there never being any evidence to support that claim whatsoever? And you used a Clomid data to prove that it pulsed in his system, even though there's never been any test ever that proves that Turinabol can pulse in someone's system, yet you told the whole world that it did. That'd probably be my question, and I'd be kicked out and never invited back ever again. Impression of Cruz talking shit to Chandler. You're a disgrace, man. Thousands and thousands of years of lineage chucked away, man, just because you can't say no to your fucking sick wife. Thank you for the $5 Canadian. All of these people crying over your jokes or what's wrong with MMA today. This is fighting, not a playground. People getting CTE for life crying over mean words. You know what it is? I didn't start this like I posted the tweet, by the way, about Shorb and Nate Diaz. People definitely, I didn't spearhead this, but I was definitely amongst the movement of finally being able to critique fighters as an MMA fan. A lot of people don't realize before pandemic era, and maybe just before pandemic era, before the real late McGregor era when he was fighting for titles, you were not allowed to say a bad thing about a fighter ever. No one was. They'd have a hissy fit every time. I'm going to say it right now. MMA fighters were the most boring, dull people. They would never talk about MMA. You've got all of these MMA fighters now that are talking about, you know, they do YouTube channels, they watch the fights. That was never a thing back in the day. They'd never talk about fights. Anytime they did an interview, they'd want to talk about golf or some bullshit like that. I remember this very well. And they'd have a fucking meltdown if there was any level of criticism towards them. Very, very different time for MMA fighters. They were fucking unbearable back in the day. Unbearable.
You owe us $3.3 million. Alhamdulillah. No, you're going to give us the money or we're going to kill your family. Inshallah. I don't understand this money thing, brother.